Bud Whitmeyer, Chief Operating Officer of TrakLok Corporation. I've recently joined founders Eric Dobson, CEO, and Joel Reed, CTO, in this new adventure. I bring 30 years of technology operations experience to the table for TrakLok, and Eric and Joel are both serial entrepreneurs, having started and run their own business previously. The mission for TrakLok is to revolutionize cargo security and efficiency. We'll do that with our geolok device and TrakLog service. The geolok device is a cargo security, a container security product that enables selective access based upon time, location, and authorization code. It also enables anytime, anywhere tracking and thus visibility into the container's location and condition. It does this using GPS technology, satellite, cellular ID, and RFID technologies as well. The market potential for geolok is huge. Loss, shrinkage within the global supply chain alone is estimated to be a $50 billion problem. Thus, the value proposition for manufacturers/shippers, carriers, receivers of goods, buyers of goods, and their insurance companies is clear. This is further validated in the market by the acquisition recently of our primary competitor, Savvy Technologies, by Lockheed Martin for $415 million. We are looking for a Series A funding of $2.5 million. This will take our product into production and ramp up sales and marketing for us. We believe we can leverage this into a $100 million company within 5 years. We think we've got the right product at the right time with the right team to take this forward. Thank you.
Open it up for questions.
Just, maybe I missed it a little bit, but I'm sure there is some proprietary technology associated with all the GPS and everything else.
Yeah,
Can you kind of get into that a little bit more?
I'll do my best. I'm not the CTO and haven't put it together, and I've been with the company for all of 4 days. So, yeah, it's the fundamental building blocks are commercial off-the-shelf products available. So the engineering really is in putting them together in a novel way and packaging them together in a novel way for the security aspect. So nobody has been able to crack this nut, before, and it has been tried.
And the patent
It's pending? Right, it's pending right now, yes. The company was started in 2008.
A method patent? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
4 days is too early.
Yeah.
How have you tested the durability of your configuration?
The company has passed initial set of field trials with a Fortune 100 company that would be a channel partner for us. Second set of field trials is expected in mid-May. So we're very confident it passed everything with flying colors in the initial trial.
What do you get out of the $2.5 million? How far do you get? What milestones are you going to meet?
Well, we think we can take that all the way. Not to say that the company wouldn't be averse to future funding to ramp up growth, but to get the product to production quality and to ramp up sales and marketing, that's all we need. Current plan. Thank you for your time, TrakLok Corporation. And again, I'm Bud Whitmeyer, Chief Operating Officer of the company. The company was started in 2008 to revolutionize the cargo security industry, and we're happy to talk to you today. Okay. What can we do for TrakLok? Well, we think we can reduce your losses due to shrinkage in your supply chain by $1 billion. You're a $400 billion revenue company. In fact, the global average for loss through a supply chain is 8%, and that represents significantly less than that, I think you'll acknowledge. In addition, the tracking and monitoring of the containers through the supply chain, we can enable optimization of your resources, and thus you can get your goods through the supply chain with greater efficiency, using less trucks, or you can get greater goods with the same fleet that you have today. And there's nothing worse than not having your goods show up at your door. If you're running a special, you got something that you're promoting a huge number of products, and they're not on the shelves, you've got a big problem. So again, you have a global company with 3,300 trucks, 900,000 deliveries, loss conservatively estimated at $1 billion annually through theft, counterfeit goods. And you have an ability to track each container. We can work with existing RFID containers, and effectively what happens is the container becomes an extension of your inventory system, and our system, our device integrates within that. So geolok itself is a physical device. If it's on the container, it prevents unauthorized access through pre-programmed selective access with a unique authorization code that will work within a certain geography and within a certain time frame. So just because you have an authorization code doesn't mean you can use it anywhere. You can't have the driver go off somewhere and do that. It'll work, say, in a certain port or at a certain locale. The anytime, anywhere tracking, it utilizes cellular, RFID, or satellite, and it'll intelligently pick what is the least cost and available. But unlike a lot of other solutions where you only have RFID, that RFID is only available when you're at a particular location where there is RFID. So the tracking will happen anywhere and communicate via satellite if it needs to. GPS is how you get the tracking information, of course. We can monitor contents through interior sensors that communicate with the exterior and detect temperature, humidity, whatever you want to detect. That can be communicated to the box, back to the server, and be monitored. We do expect approximately 3-year life per unit based upon average use. The TrakLok service is a service that you can use to track your containers, and also can integrate into your existing logistics systems if that's your preference. So the data can be fed, and if you have your own GIS systems, you can use those to track your location. So what are your alternatives in the marketplace? Most of the time these days, people are still using traditional bolts and seals, or perhaps locking seals. There is no tracking capability with these products, and they're easily defeated as security devices as well. RFID products are tracking only with no security. Electronic seals provide minimal security and some tracking. They're also RFID based. Satellite tracking enables tracking throughout the supply chain, but it has no security. And those products are actually typically a lot more expensive than we expect our product to be when we take it to market. We have a great management team that can support Talmart and is experienced and knows how to grow companies and scale companies. As I mentioned, Eric Dobson is the CEO of the company and the visionary. I've stepped in as COO for the company, and I've got many years of running technology companies and knowing how to support customers like yourself. Joel Reed is an excellent chief technology officer and has designed our unit to date. Rusty Cody, who will come on shortly, will be our VP of Business Development and brings 20-plus years experience in the logistics and supply chain market. And David Garrison will be our VP of Sales and Marketing with over 20 years of experience in sales. We're a top-notch team, and we can support Talmart. In summary, we've got industry-leading technology that can create a massive ROI for Talmart, and we're an experienced team with a customer-centric focus.
What do you project cost per unit to be?
Initially, it will be about $2,500 per unit. We expect that to get down with volume within about 3 years to be more like $1,000 or $1,200 per unit. We've actually already spoken with leasing companies about the possibility of companies, although you guys probably wouldn't need this, to lease so that equipment leasing would be available to our customers.
Of course, we never pay retail, so volume discounts.
Understand.
We'll
have just-in-time delivery of the geolok, by the way.
Okay. Well, at least we'll know where it is, right?
Yeah.
So a question about the actual ability to access that. You talked about it being geolok or geocentric in terms of the location when it is unlocked, when the container is unlocked.
That's right.
Can you talk a little bit more about how that works? If I have an emergency situation, for example, and I need to get in there, is there an ability to get that? Let's say we find out that some kid got into one of the containers. Right. What happens next?
Yeah, an override would, I think, require a special communication back to your administrative center or our support system.
So there is an override capability, though, within our, we would have
There
that capability.
better be, or I'm in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't imagine, John, that there wouldn't be, you know.
The manufacturing, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we have discussions with outsourcers right now, and we believe we've got it lined up to scale to whatever volume we would need.
And do it here in the U.S.?
Right now, yes, although that may not necessarily always be the case.
So help me put this in perspective. If I don't go with your product and I go with one of your competitors, what do I give up? What don't I get?
Well, you don't get the full range of both tracking and security. I mean, the electronic seals, for example, the electronic seals, the satellite tracking capabilities will track, okay, but they don't have the security. So we've got it all in one package, and there's nothing out there like that. And we are getting significant interest right now from existing partners in the marketplace, which is why the CEO is not here today, actually, in reality.
If only it could defend against pirates.
Sorry?
I said if only it could defend against pirates.
Well, actually, I mean, I think this can.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, nothing is impossible to be defeated, but this is harder to be defeated, and you'll know right away when it's defeated and where it is. But it's a significant deterrent. It can't take shrinkage down to 0, but it could bring 8% down to, say, 0.5% or something like that.
If someone's trying to defeat the device, does it detect that? Can it detect it?
It detects when it's defeated and when it'll send a signal. It'll communicate its kind of final death throes. So you'll know where that happened, which is in itself a deterrent.
What would you recommend we purchase? How many?
Well, if you want to start out with a small pilot, I think you could do, you know, just 100 or so, try it out for a couple of quarters and see how it goes. And then, of course, you'll want to outfit your entire fleet after that. I have no doubt. Estimated cost, we would think for the actual purchase would be about $5 million ongoing support and services for a 3-year period we would estimate to be about $9 million.
Would you recommend,
go ahead.
if we want to run a pilot, should we focus on a few of our distribution centers, or should we concentrate more on an upstream, downstream flow in our supply
I
chain?
think you'd want a small case study that would simulate as much as possible the whole breadth of your operation. So I would suggest that you have something that involves upstream and downstream and simulates as much as possible what you would do in full production. This would be true of any pilot situation.
Thank you.